blast off in the year 4000 with Cadet Stimpy and Commander Hoek.
Good
Oh,
morning. Happy Monday.
happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. We're starting, the usual minute or two early so that people have time to notice. Oh, wait, the link is up, and click on it, and I got to watch this YouTube commercial.
Well, it's also on X too. It's on your X
Yeah,
too, it can be commercial free. But it's I think
good for all your.
a lot of people like YouTube because they can stream it to their TV. Maybe one day Elon will do that.
Yeah, yeah. He's got big dreams for XTV, and I mean, they've got an X app now
Oh, actually, yeah,
on
I think he
TV.
did say on the Joe Rogan podcast that you actually can have the X app on your TV, and then
Yes.
you can watch it that way. But you can't stream it yet, so I think it's coming.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
looking for, ways to, yeah, like we have like anyway, but the Restream IO worked great. I like it very much. In fact, I got a subscription to it. And
For
I,
1 year.
for 1 year, they have a Black Friday sale going on all this week. You can get it for half off for a year.
Yeah.
So
If
I
people
signed
want
up
to
for it.
if people want to stream out there, that's what you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's really great. It's really easy to use. I'm not getting paid by Restream at all. I wish they would pay me. They
Yeah.
could pay me
May-
free restreaming.
Maybe
And tell everybody how great it
if we
is.
say their name enough, then maybe we will.
Yeah. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's an exciting Monday because, well, last night, Trump announced somebody who said that they would make full self-driving in the United States a priority. So Tesla
Yeah.
is booming.
Well, it is at 339. It was at like 349, but
Yeah,
I guess I'll just start with Tesla because why
sure.
not?
Why
It's
not?
on people's minds. Actually, miners are on people's minds too because of earnings and offerings and all that jazz as well. So, but you guys got to realize this 347.58. We saw a pre-market above around 349, and then it just sold off. But we have to realize the 786 is still in play as resistance, and also it's just still in that range, right? 320s, even a wick below, a wick below down to the 310s, right? Even after hours, it was like 306 at one point. But yeah, it's just in this range still, and I think maybe it just has potential to just keep building a base in this range until it's ready to break this 786. So don't get excited at resistance until it breaks, right? It has to prove it to me before I get more excited. But other than that, if I see a wick above this week to the 350s again, I'm not going to get super excited until I see a weekly candle close above it. So this is just something that I just have to be patient for. I think everybody should be patient for. Don't count your chickens before they hatch is the old saying, right?
And on the other hand, I'm getting you all excited until you count your chickens before you hatch. The price of
And
the candle, the 1 hour candle wick body right now is over the center pivot today.
well, you got to
Uh,
share your screen if you really want.
I was just gonna, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
You got too excited about
I
counting your
got so excited.
chickens.
Oh, here's all the chickens. The daily center pivot point didn't move at all, actually, from Friday's daily pivot. It was 315.91 on Friday, and it's 315.91 today still. Um, so the resistance is right up here. The daily resistance is 325.57, but also you can see this big sell order block that comes right off the top of this wick, which is just over 323.64. That is the halfway point between the most recent, the biggest low we had recently of, no, I'm sorry, this is a different one. This is just retracing back up from the low we just had. So from the low we just had of 302.68, remember, like it almost got to 300, and like, oh no, it's going to go back to 290. No. All last week, what we got, in my opinion, is we got a test back to 300, and it says no, it's done. We broke through 300, ran all the way up to 362. Remember that time that Tesla went to 138.80, and then what did it do? It like ran all the way up to 271, and then spent like weeks and weeks back testing and pushing back down again. Well, we're out of that now, and this time I think it's going to be different. I think the 300 is going to go very quickly. We ran up to 362, did a quick run back to see if 300 would hold. It did. It held at 302. And so now we can run back up again and start. The next target really is the all-time high of a 414.50. And my 764 fib level for fib extensions off of the just the all-time. Yes, this is one from all of Tesla's history. I've got a 764 going to it'll slightly get a toe over the all-time high, then run back down for another test of support, and then we'll get out. So I don't know. Maybe this will be our Santa rally to 417.41. And then like maybe in the springtime we'll get a new all-time high, and then it'll just run into the summer, something like that. Anyway, but coming back to Earth right now, Matt's right. We're under quite a bit of resistance here. This 618 at 320.39 is probably where that's where it stopped this morning. That's where it couldn't get to. Well, that's this. Yeah, Friday. What is wrong with this sheet? Where is the price action for today? Oh, because I have the history on. I was showing everyone how cool it is to watch the history of stuff, but no, I'm done with the history of stuff. My bad. Let me close this up. How do I close this up? This one right here. All right. So sorry about that. Yeah, price kind of went up to what, 320, 320.11. It went up higher on Robinhood last night. Anyway, I won't belabor it. Let me just show you this other chart. This is the one I posted on X this morning. The longer picture is that we're getting a fractal of this, is what I believe we're going to get a fractal of, from 21 to 2022. And so off of the bottom here to the 414 all-time high, we're coming from this 101 bottom, and this exact same ratio would get us to 710.33. And either we'll get a linear path is easy to kind of track, but it will probably be more hyperbolic path. So maybe we'll hit this in, like I said, the middle of June, July. I've got 710.33. So let's see. Yeah, it just has to pass through 390 next, and then 530. Anyway, we're super bullish on Tesla. You guys,
the possible price target for this week, people are asking.
Sure. Let's get a test. Let's get right back here to this 323.64, and then try to retest 328.58. No, wait, we're already up here. Oh my God, that's why I couldn't.
I was like, what's going on, Tracker? We're already above that pre-market.
It's all messed up because it was stuck in the history. Oh, well, then never mind. No, we'll simply retest the previous high. We'll get back to 363 before the end of the week. And either it'll get a toe over it and then run back down into the end of the week, or we'll just get over it and then just get a new higher high.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe around 388 to, maybe 388. 383.61 is my 123.6% of extensions that I thought that this might get into the next wave target of.
Yeah. And my goal is just to have a weekly candle close above this 347.58 to get a lot more bullish right here. So that's the focus. But yeah, like I said before, it's just stuck in a range. And until it breaks above, I can't get super excited and not like Tracker over there yet. So
I'm so excited.
But I will do the indices real quick just before we move on to the request. And what we can see is it's still at the support, right? All it did so far, SPY backtest support. And I've been talking about this 585 all of last week, and I've been talking about it for a while because it used to be resistance, and now it's looking like support. So I've been talking about it for over a month, and that's how important that level has been. So there we go. We're at it right now. So things have potential to recover from there. And also QQQ is at its support too, the 497. And it is their pre-market. So that is a previous resistance also trying to flip to a support. So that's the focus for the week. And IWM 228 pre-market, and still your support is 226.74. So the potential to backtest that is still there. So it could still be just a little bit more down before we get more up. So with that being said, I guess we could talk about Bitcoin. I did do the weekly candle close for my Patreon, and I told everybody that the 1.414 was not, it did not close above. That is still resistance. Got that wick above again last night to 92,000, still resistance. It's a big, powerful zone. So I think people are expecting it to break so easily. I don't know. Like, this could have potential to come back down to test the low 80s again, which would scare a lot of people if that would happen. But this is a breakout. It broke out above my 45-degree angle there. You can see it clearly. So it does not matter to backtest that at all because the momentum is in the favor of the bulls. But so far, things are fine, right? So things are super fine. And we can just see on my 4-hour chart here that it's still trying to maintain this angle here, but it is a little bit below. So the possibility to come back down to that 86 or even a bit below 85 or wick below is also there as well. So very bullish chart, but it's just not ready to continue breaking out any further just yet.
All right. I really want to share that post this morning from Freedom by 40. It was just so funny.
The Cheeto.
The Cheeto. Here it is. Here's a post. Like, this is the best way I can think of to explain the $93,000 resistance people keep asking me about for Bitcoin. And he says, "Oh, it's a Cheeto holding the door shut." He thinks it's gonna be.
But I was like, "How old is that Cheeto?" Because we
I know.
stale Cheetos can get pretty tough. Yeah.
How is that Cheeto? Is a pretty funny question. Now, this is what I was looking at last night. Bitcoin is in one of my consolidation triangles. And what happened is it got this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then as soon as it hit the bottom here is when I bought XRP back again, and then now it kind of came up here. It kind of hit this resistance level. It's back in the triangle again, but I think it's really trying to make its way out. I think it would be short-term bearish if price breaks below here. I should just put I can put a little little line right from here to here. Just make a little trend line and tell me if price breaks below that trend line. All right. So if it breaks down, then it could fall. You had to support 88,000.
Well, I have on the 4-hour, I have like 87.
87.
Yeah, and then the weekly, it's like the low 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. At worst, I did a retrace back to 66,798. So to make it look really scary, it would go to the 382 because then it would look like a 382, 236. Then the 618 would take it all the way down to 76,000, almost 77,000. But it can also just do. So it just went 236, 12.36. I think it wants to go higher. I really do. I think it started to break out. I think right now it won't cross this line down here, and it'll just turn back around like Tesla did before it broke out of its consolidation triangle as well. So I am watching for it to break higher than Matt's support line again, 91,100. That was really needs a new higher high than here.
It is just basically oscillating back and forth between that angle, so it is possible to break, and it doesn't necessarily need to break down. It's just it's just proof the 91,000 level is stronger resistance than people are expecting.
Thanks very much. Right here, this 12.36% retrace to the bottom down there is 90,185. You can see it kind of almost perfectly bisects my triangle here. All right, what else you got?
Well, I see a lot of requests for crypto, so let's just we can jump into coin, and then I'll do the crypto updates after that. So yeah, go ahead with coin.
Man, my XRP was like, we have liftoff, and then like it kind of did this, and it came back down again. So I think maybe now I got to do this with XRP. Anyway, coin. My coin chart looks pretty good. It did fill that gap back down here from Friday, but it's just building a bigger triangle. I'd say once it breaks above this descending resistance trend line here, then it really wants to go to Scroll. Yeah, my target for coin is 426.19 next, or maybe 429.54. Right about 426, 429, and it's just on its way. It just needs to get out through here. That last weekly candle close. No, this is this week. This is last week candle close. Yeah, just give it some time. 8-hour chart. Yeah, this looks like it's building up. It's coiling to move higher. Might even move this to right here. Maybe by Thursday, December 5th. That's in a few weeks. I don't know. It could go faster than that. Let's try this one here. I just like follow these fib parallel lines are kind of cool. All right, maybe by Friday, November 22nd. That's this Friday. Maybe this Friday we'll see a 426 for coin. Maybe.
If Bitcoin decides to break out, yeah.
Yeah. It's all kind of waiting on Bitcoin.
All right, I'll show my coin right now. And so this is the fibs with the Ichimoku and everything. I don't even need the Ichimoku really, just because it's way above everything. But my focus is on this arc. So this new weekly candle is going to open up right here, basically right on top of the arc. Right.
Beautiful arc.
Yeah, right on it. So that's looking what I want to hold as support. So yeah, it's down a little bit pre-market, but that's because Bitcoin has been volatile overnight, right? Up to 92, down to 89. So yeah, it's just a volatile range. And so if it does wick below again, I think that could be another opportunity. But a lot of people are saying this gap never closed. It never closed. So I mean, could it just go down there? I guess if Bitcoin really wanted to go back down to the low 80s, it would. But until then, I'm going to just focus on trying to maintain this arc, flip to support, and then break this 318.95 and go higher. So that being said, let's just go into some of those requests. I saw Solana for here. It's not breaking out yet. It's not above my arc, but it might have its XRP moment soon. So it never got there last cycle, but now it's trying to break above the arc right now. So once it flips to support, then yeah, Solana is probably going to go much, much higher up to the 600s, 700s, thousands. The next level does sit at 1200 up there. So that is going to be the target, but it has to flip this to a support first. Otherwise, it could come back down and retest levels to the low 200s first before trying to go higher. That being said, we'll do XRP as well.
Ooh, it hit the nook.
It did hit the nook. Yeah, I'll show the XRP on this chart too. But I'll go here first. So resistance is the 702, the 1.21 gigawatts, right? 1.21 gigawatts.
I love it so much.
That's your resistance right there, and it's clear as day that it wicked above last week, and it's going up there again. So do I expect it to break out? I don't know, but all I really care about is a monthly candle close above the monthly Ichimoku cloud, and that is going to be right there at 104. And I showed so much confluence at 104 over the weekend, and it's my 4-hour chart, and it's this angle right down there at 103. Now it's down around 104. So yeah, and look at the arc. See, it just went right back up. That's why people got excited. Oh, it's going to go higher. No, it just hit the arc again, and now it's coming back down. So it could come back down to 104 again, then maybe back up to 117, and boo until it's ready to get to the 130s. So this triangle, this is like a little triangle. It's playing out pretty well so far. So this is the range. It's stuck in between 104 and 117 right now. So it's not super exciting mode until I see this arc get flipped to a support, and then go time for XRP. And I do see a few more requests for some of those random cryptos. I'll do them real quickly since they're
go
ahead. GRT, just have a black line there simply because this is a previous resistance flip to support. So yes, it does look pretty good for continuation higher, but at the same time, it still has a lot of resistance above. So now your support is 0.1395 and your resistance is 0.273. And we got some DAG. I do like DAG. It is breaking above the arc here. But it's going right towards the 100-week and 50-week moving average. So this is what I need. I need to see a weekly candle close above 4 cents. Right. Once it's above 4 cents, then it's going to be a bullish chart again, like a more bullish chart, and then it has potential to go there. But until then, it's still stuck under resistance. and I see
It's
Corium.
a little late to get through that the easy part of the Ichimoku cloud there.
Oh yeah,
It was like that thin part, but now we're past it. So now it's like the thicker part.
yeah, thicker than a Snicker, huh? No. Corium it broke above the 100, so yeah, it's more bullish, but also it has more resistance with the Ichimoku up top as well. So I think 100 week is the goal to close above next, the 0.17. But really, the ultimate goal is get above the cloud to go higher. So yes, it's more and more bullish, but still not out of the woods yet, as it has to break above that. And next is going to be Doge. I see Doge on that list.
Efficiency coin.
Yes, the government efficiency. So Doge is in the same situation where it can't break above one of its fib levels. So 786, 0.4141. So that's resistance. Support could be that 0.329. So it could just be in this range for some time before really ready to break out. So lots of things are near resistance. Bitcoin, Doge, XRP, lots of things. So yes, it's an exciting time in crypto, but at the same time, everybody needs to just calm down. You don't have to chase price all the time, because often enough, the market gives the opportunity if you have patience. So with that being said, yeah, everything's at resistance. Solana, XRP, Doge. So just be careful at resistance. And with that said, go ahead with something else.
I was just say, just watch for every time you hate something. It's like, oh my god, what is the stock doing? It's testing support. You should buy it. When you hate a stock, that's when it's time to buy it.
Well, I got a lot of comments and some DMs over the weekend, like, oh, I need to buy it right now. I'm like, that's like really the wrong time to buy XRP. It's really the wrong time to buy Doge. It's like people want to buy the excitement. It's just like it's ingrained in people's heads, and I just like, you got to get that out of your mentality. That's how you get trapped. That's how they trap you. They get you excited, and then they send it right back down to support and make you panic sell, and then they just send it back up again. So controlling emotions is really the hardest part about trading, and that's something that people need to try to master. All right, I do see some stuff for like GME or Olo at the very beginning. Do you have a GME chart?
I've got the same GME chart. It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Since I first drew it. Well, I know it did. This little wick down did push the wave 2 down just a little bit. Basically, it's the same. I'm still looking for, as long as price doesn't fall below 1757, that it's headed for $71.09 next, with a back test of $44.33. If 44.33 holds, then it's going to go to 114.51. And if then it back tests again, wave 4, if 87.62 holds, then it's very likely we'll see 184.43. It's just that simple. Now you can take your screenshot. I do have this on log scale. Anyway, yeah, take your screenshot. That's what I see. Boom. GME. It's gone places. It just needs to, it can't fall lower. That's all.
All right, and some Olo, and I see GDX on there as well.
Here's my Olo chart. I like this one a lot. This one's in my top 20 of my spreadsheet tool, where I track a whole bunch of stocks and then race them together against each other with different scores based on, what percentage gains I see the stock getting, and then how fast it will get there. And I multiply them, 1 times the inverse of how long it'll take to get there. So the faster it gets there, the bigger the score. That said, this did not hold the 100%. Looks like I went to 126, then 764. This is fine. I can do that. And then no, it's still 5180 is still my target for Olo next. So it's in the 5th wave up, and this is just a great place to buy because it's right at my support level. After going to 1236, 764 is where it would normally go, and then 45. Or I'm sorry. 47. Why do I have? Oh, this was like if I went to 2618. Let's be conservative, and 4502 is where this should be going next with this pattern. So yeah, I like it. I like Olo. So 4502.
That support has been holding pretty well. The 1890. Yeah. Very good.
Let me do the DXYZ real quick because That's another favorite of mine. You can see right here where it was in a triangle, a consolidation pattern down here at the bottom for a while, and then it absolutely launched out of it. You can clearly see the descending uh, resistance trend, and then once it basically it gapped out of it and just ran. And see, look, gaps don't always get filled. That's like an intraday, like a I don't know four. Well, that's an after hours gap, but man, it's never went back. It is DXYZ does give you exposure to SpaceX. So, and we've been noticing. Another friend of mine, Paul, has been noticing that whenever it's basically moving with TSLL and Tesla. So when Tesla goes up, DXYZ goes up. This is an 8-hour chart, and this is the price currently at right about 35.89. So it already hit a support down here. It's retracing. Let's see. It did a retrace, and now I've got a 5-wave up move that goes to 56.65 is next from where we are now down here in the 30 about 36ish, and then pulls back to 41.62. If it does a more bullish pullback, it'll stop at this 50% level at 46.26. But then it still goes to 80.95 and then tops out at 120.28. So you could take your screenshot right there if you want. I think I do prefer this 50% retrace. Looks nice and bullish.
All right. And with that, I'll do the GDX real quick. And so, yeah, pre-market's right back at that 618 fib, the 3651, the Van Eck Gold Miners ETF. But really, your support kind of sits at where the ARC is again. Maybe a back test of that could be possible around 34. So if it can't break back above this 3651, then it might just get rolled over and go back down to the low 34s. So that's just the zone it's in. It got a clear rejection off the 886 and a clear rejection this false breakout, and therefore things have potential to just get blocked by resistance on the way up and continue lower before it wants to continue its uptrend. So just got to watch that 3651. If it can stay above it the whole week, it has potential to go higher. If not, then back down.
A quick side note, not financial advice, but in my mind, gold is going to be increasingly just become an industrial material, and it won't really be like someplace you put your money when you're scared of what's going to happen in the market. The cryptocurrency is much easier to handle, and it'll become less volatile in the future. And like you can't. Gold is hard to transport. It's heavy and bulky, and you can it can be stolen pretty easily at gunpoint.
If people want exponential games, I mean, the crypto market is ripe for the taking right now. So
yeah, gold might just become another commodity like wheat, orange juice.
All right, Mara. People are worried. They did an offering, I guess, but the offering is kind of just sending it right back to this fib level here, the 618. The 1955, and then there's even more support right there with the 50-week moving average at 1944. So it's still a little bit of a breakout back test going on, but opening under the 200 and the base and the conversion line on the bottom of the cloud is a little bit a loss of momentum. So even though it does come down here, it might take some time now to just build a new base on top of a previous resistance, flip it to support before it's ready to go higher. So yes, it's near a support level, but not sure if it's just ready to scream higher since it's going to open below a lot of support. So still above some support, but also going to open below.
I have a lovely Mara chart to share as well. All right, so how did that happen? Here you. So Mara also has been in this long consolidation pattern, and it is looks like it's getting close to trying to break out again. It just has a little ways to go. Just based off of Fibonacci ratios and Elliott wave theory, from this bottom to this top to this wave 2 bottom again, I've got it going to 36.83 next. And so this price action that we just had, where price they had the earnings and it fell back down, it's just oscillating on its way up to my 36.83 target. So 36.83 back to 25 even, $25.00, and then it would go on up to the, let's see, why do I have it so because I've gotten really bullish. So if if it's in 2025, then here it goes to 1618 at 63.29, back to 44.15, and then tops out at the 2618 up here at 94.24. So this is the most bullish you could possibly get, where it incorporates 1618 and 2618 target fibs. There's your screenshot if you want to take from tomorrow. I've got a position. I got 4,000 shares right here at 1582. I bought down in this mess.
Nice. And also there's Riot and CLSK and BT.
Oh,
Since
do
we're
all
on
those. I got
since
all
we're on
those
miner.
things. Riot is doing an ABC retrace back to its previous all-time high of $84 ish. And what is it? Oh, because probably on the weekly chart, not on the. There we go. Oh, not an all-time high. I'm sorry. It's just retracing back towards the previous high of 79.50, and so a 618 retrace takes it to $50.37. So right now it's kind of stuck under here. Looks like it's going to take longer. I'm going to have to reduce its score based on time. But yeah, I'd say 32.38 next, with support testing at 21.24, and then it finishes out up here at $50.37 for the ABC up. Then it gets a little consolidation, and then all that becomes the wave one, wave two to the bottom of this new consolidation, and it projects to the next set of waves higher. Here's Riot for you. What was the next one?
CLSK and BT. I saw one.
CLSK. I do have a track for this with an impulsive 5 waves up, because it did do 5 waves up right here and then ABC retrace. So here's what I just showed you with Riot. It finished the 5 waves up, ABC down, and now all of that becomes the wave one and the wave two. And so this is projecting to 2560 next, then back to 1682, on up to 3980 for the wave three, pull back to the 100% at 3102, then extends to the 2382 up here at 6278. And then again, remember these 2618s and the 1618. If this takes place in 2025 and everything's just like melting up, there's like so much money supply, these could extend to the 1618s and the 2618s. So maybe it tops out at 45 instead for the wave three, the pull back to 31, and then tops out at 68.20 instead. I'm gonna keep these down here for now. Try not to be too crazy. All right, what was after Clean Spark? Or do you want to show your whatever you want to do? Up to you, Matt. Oh, Matt, you're muted, or I'm muted.
No, I'm muted. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, you can go ahead. I just have a quick thing to say after the miners about them.
Sure. What's the next one after
BT.
Thank BT. I'm not looking at the thing. I'm looking at my screen.
I guess they
All
had
right.
earnings and they're down. Yeah.
I'm simply doing a retrace, an ABC retrace up. My next target is 2063. Well, I mean, really, and again, this is going to have to take a little bit longer. But my next target is 12.99.
Well,
then back to
pre-market, it's below $4 pre-market right now.
Oh, let's take a look at the 24-hour. Yeah, I mean, still, if it's just retracing back to the previous high of $33, then the 382 takes it to 12.99. Then the B wave down to the 236 at 8.26, and then the C wave finishes up here at 61.8%, maybe the 76.4, but at least 2063 for this. But it looks like it's going to take a little while because it started from here, and it's kind of like doing this. It's going to have to get a parabolic move up here soon, make this go faster. If it did get 5 waves up, then it goes all the way to 33. But let's see what we get first down here in the retrace.
But I don't need to show any charts though. But just essentially, like I said last week, miners, no matter what they're doing pre-market, they're still just backtesting levels of support, and markets love to do that. They did it before when it was like when CLSK was like in the 7s and the 8s, and that they kept torturing people by backtesting support over and over again, and it held, right? So they could do this for some weeks too. Just keep backtesting levels of support, maybe even wicking through them, maybe even a little bit lower levels of support. But it's still, most of them are looking good. That what was a previous resistance is now flipping to support levels. So this is not anything to worry about. But can these go lower? Yes. Can BTB go back down to 350? Yes, it could. But 350 is just the top of the Ichimoku cloud, and I'll just show my BTBT chart. Yeah,
Go right ahead.
it's just the top of the Ichimoku cloud right here. So right now it's at the baseline. So BTBT, yeah. This is a previous resistance zone that broke out and it got rejected by the 200 week, and now maybe it needs to backtest the 350 zone, right? It could do that for a while, but that's how markets shake people out. They make people lose their confidence in it when it just keeps retesting support over and over again. So miners look good, right? But again, they're volatile stocks, which means their support ranges are very, very wide. So you either have to have the tolerance for that or you don't. So there's safer picks out there. You know, what can go up a lot can also go down a lot, but still maintain their support.
Yep. I agree with Matt. I highly recommend you subscribe to Matt and get his charts. His Gann charts are the best reassurance that you can have for long-term trends and
Well, even that 4-hour XRP. I mean, look at how beautiful it's just playing out.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
All right, well, we're running out of time, Tracker, so I'll let you choose something for the final one.
Oh gosh, let's do snow real quick. I haven't looked at that in a little while. I don't even know what it's doing right now.
Okay.
Let's do weekly chart. So I've got two possibilities for this. One is just a simple retrace back to the retracing from the low it just struck down here at 101.13 back to the previous high of 238. And ABC retrace like that looks like 157, 138, and then 188 for the 618. It could go to the 71%. 764 looks like a stretch though. Probably 188. Consolidates back down and then can build like 5 waves up. And then if you kind of skip that, don't worry about this failure thing. That's just, I don't know why it's showing that. But there is also just tracking back to its all-time high of $429. Then you've got these fibs over here, and so then that becomes, even more bullishly. It could look like 230 to 183 to 306. So don't give up on Snowflake yet. I mean, if we just look at the 1-hour chart, you can see it's clearly been working on rebuilding its base. Actually, let's look at a 4-hour chart. It kind of went to sleep for a while after it had like all the craziness that happened.
Yeah, and it kind of did a double bottom from back in 2022 too. So
yeah, it sure is. It's just a slightly lower low, but it's caught itself, and
but
now it's go ahead.
Like, just go. Why not just do Palantir instead of?
Or just Palantir.
Palantir is your best friend, right? It's a way more bullish chart. There's no need to try to pick losers out of when there's a lot of winners.
That's true. My Palantir charts, I keep looking for a pullback, and it just isn't giving it to us.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Palantir, it does look like, for me at least, it looks like 61 has a possibility of being support now. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that.
We will see. But I think that's all the time I got for today, Tracker.
All right. Just remember, you've been Palantold. It's going to 100. It's going to 100 by September of 2025. At least that's what
I've been saying that since it was like $30.
I know.
And now it's even a double. It's even closer to that now. So it's even closer to that 100. But yeah, like don't fade the momentum, guys. And a lot of people sold in the 30s and the 40s, and I was like, that's probably not a smart idea. And it just kept on going up. And a lot of things are going to be like that. Crypto is going to be like that too. People want to take profits, and that's going to be the worst thing to do eventually. So with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Happy Monday, Matt. Thanks so much. And we'll see you then.